My name is Honest Dan. Ever since I was old enough to watch movies, I loved Adam Sandler. Wasn't the best brand of comedy, but that didn't stop me from enjoying it from childhood and even adulthood. My tastes in comedy evolved. Sandler's didn't. That's why I moved away from it, where I'd find 50,000 miles of better movies. I fondly look back on such nostalgic hits like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, the undisputed champs of my childhood. I don't know if I memorized Gilmore's entire script, but I would quote the hell out of it. Damn good times. Handsome fella, huh? We always thought that he'd be untouchable, but life is full of disappointments. His career died, and he made a bunch of terrible films throughout the 2010s. Yeah, Hotel Transylvania cheered us up, but the Adam Sandler we knew and loved was lost. He got a few lucky punches at the end of the decade, but the fight is far from won. Sandler's got a long way to go before he's back in our good graces, so let's check out his latest Netflix outing. This is my honest opinion of HUBIE Halloween. HUBIE is a simple yet very caring and selfless man who is gearing up for Halloween like the rest of his hometown and takes it upon himself to keep it safe and wholesome. However, at the peak of Halloween night, folks around town begin to get abducted by an unseen force, and HUBIE tries to solve the mystery and put an end to it.
I'm on the tipsy side. The alcohol was real. The martini wasn't real. But the Jack was real. And I did a few takes of that shot. So let's see how hilarious this becomes. As for the movie, it ain't for me, but it's not the worst. I have to say, this movie started off great. Ben Stiller doing a cameo as the orderly from Happy Gilmore was brilliance of the highest caliber. I was laughing my ass off. This was so good. Sadly, from this moment on, it's all downhill. I had hoped to God that Sandler would have grown out of this by now, but he's of that mindset where a funny voice makes a funny character. That's just not the case. Look, it's been a long-ass time since I've seen something like The Waterboy, but I at least remember understanding the words that were coming out of his mouth, but I could barely understand a damn thing that he was saying here. If I'm struggling with that shit, you know your movie's in a bad spot. And it never lets up. Of course, there's your prototypical immature humor like bodily waste humor, vomit jokes, piss jokes, fart jokes, shit that I just can't laugh at anymore. There's really nothing for me to say, but it wasn't funny, and I didn't laugh. On top of all that, it's kind of just unpleasant to watch. I mean, what is this movie but a bunch of borderline sociopathic assholes mocking, ridiculing, and torturing a guy who, yeah, is a buzzkill and oversteps his bounds when it comes to what he thinks is appropriate, but is an otherwise nice and harmless guy. I don't know how that's funny. Granted, this could have been one of the worst movie experiences I've had in a while, were it not for the fact that even the sociopathic assholes get boring after a while. Their formula is repetitive. Just scare HUBIE, he screams, that's it. Original. More than anything, I was just bored. Yeah, that's kind of all there is to say. So are there any other positives that I can note? Julie Bowen is fine. Like, she's the only talent that didn't annoy the ever-loving piss out of me. I will also give credit. I did not see that ending coming. That was a good twist. What do you want from me? I turned my brain off while watching this movie. It's an Adam Sandler movie. I did not expect there to be a legitimately good twist. The only way this could have blown my mind more is if the killer was Carl Weathers. Why wasn't he? Why wasn't... Great, now I hate this movie more. You know what I realized? The only people who could enjoy this movie are kids. For anyone that's like me, who grew up in the 90s, where Adam Sandler was at his peak, those movies, all the criticism that I've just said about this movie could be applied to any one of his movies. But I was a kid back then. As a kid, I had a different sense of humor. Therefore, I can enjoy those movies even today, despite, the humor that I wouldn't find funny in any other film. So, maybe HUBIE Halloween is very similar to kids of this generation. They can watch this movie and laugh at it. I, as an adult, cannot laugh at this movie because I didn't grow up with it. So I'm going to say, if you're a kid who enjoyed this movie, good on you. Enjoy it. Don't let me take that away from you. If you're an adult who liked it, more power to you, but I didn't like it. My honest rating for HUBIE Halloween, a week 3 out of 5. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy out there. Please wear a mask if you go out. Hope to see you soon.